good?
Yep.
We live?
Yeah, we're live.
For the first time
In a long time.
many moons. We're back. The core 3. They never do. They have a saying for like there's a core 4. What's like a thing for 3?
Let's move on.
There's nothing.
I'm sure there's something gross out there for that.
I'm not trying to be gross. Like, Jordan, Barkley, and Pippen. Like, you gotta call them something, right?
The Three Amigos. Well, the Three Amigos.
Three Amigos. I'll take Three Amigos.
All right.
Big three.
See?
The what?
They call them like the big three now.
The big
but
three.
I like Three Amigos.
Yeah, we're more amigos than we are
Yes.
big.
Yes. Yeah, we are doing Pick the Sticks for the podcast now.
Yes.
For the football season. I'm happy we're back. I missed football. I don't know about you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just very confused going into this year. I didn't follow. I was so disappointed with last year that I stopped following everything. I don't know a single person on my fantasy team. I don't know.
Not good.
I don't know any of them. My quarterback is Bo Nix. Like, I don't know anybody.
He had a good rookie year.
He's a stud.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he'll be all right.
He's okay.
He'll be all right.
My start has been horrible so far with Mika.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
You were on vacation when that happened. I wasn't going to ruin your vacation.
No, it happened on my 10-year anniversary
R.I.P.
too.
Rest in Packers,
Yes,
because that's where he went.
that's what we want.
Oh, it happened on your anniversary?
Yeah, actually on my 10-year anniversary.
Oh, so now
yeah,
every
so
year,
it's like a double whammy.
every
You just-
year. Your
Every year to
anniversary.
be reminded of this shit.
Well, listen, Jerry Jones is known for making really good decisions, so I'm sure ultimately, those picks you guys got are going to turn into the next Tony Romo, Dak Prescott.
I'll tell
Two
you
more
what.
guys who won't get you to the Super Bowl.
Yes, actually, that's correct. But we do draft well, so that's like one silver lining, I guess. But other than that, I hate everything.
Well, that brings us to what the first game of the season is, which I think 2 weeks ago I probably might have had a different, I guess not really a different result, but I think it would have been closer.
Maybe.
Which is Dallas Eagles.
Yes.
Which I now have to assume is going to be a destruction.
We'll see, man.
Who's the guy that who's the other guy in that trade? Clark?
Clark, yeah, he's a stud
But he's like
defensive
30
tackle.
something. He's 31 years old, right?
He's
Because everyone keeps bringing up his age.
Yeah, but he's a really good run stopper, which we need desperately. So we have someone to clog up the middle now. But yeah, I don't know. Like at first, I was a little upset about it. I'm not gonna. Obviously, I was very upset about it because it's like we lost like a generational player. But now I'm seeing things like his back is all messed up. So I'm trying to find try to find something there. Just
Any
any
lining,
hope,
like,
yeah, just anything. I don't
He
know.
was just irrevocably injured.
Yeah, so
Yeah, no, I saw something where I guess he needs injections before the first game of the season. I was like, wait, what?
he needs injections, but I think he has to maintain throughout the year to keep up with. So it's not a.
What kind of injections?
His back is fucked up. His L4 and L5 vertebrae.
They can't go and put a metal in there or a mesh.
I'm sure they can.
Turn him into a Terminator.
2025.
Yeah, they're like, what do you do? You still got back problems?
Just figure it out.
You're an NFL player with back problems? They can't put a mechanical back in there?
I'm sure they can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just fill him with metal.
Just make them all metal.
Yeah.
A cyborg.
Dude. I'd pay to watch cyborgs play football.
Me as well.
But they have to be. They can't be full robots. They need to be cyborgs that have some kind of humanity left, or else it's boring.
Like 50-50, you're saying?
Yeah. Like a bunch of people were maybe they were hurt in a big blast, and so their mind and half their face is still human, one leg, but then everything else is metal.
I love this.
Yeah.
Imagine a cyborg trying to block TJ Watt.
No.
That would be.
Yeah, there's still certain people that I think
actually would be fun to watch.
Yeah.
Imagine TJ Watt as a cyborg.
Ooh, that would be scary.
Yeah, Kenny Clark. That's his name.
Yeah, I think the Eagles are going to.
And he's 29.
He's 29.
He's 29. Yes, everyone shut up. Yeah.
Oh, he's third. I thought I saw someone say that he was 31, and he's not getting any younger. Why would you trade away a 26-year-old? As a Giants fan, I'm happy.
Yeah, I'm pumped.
Yeah. He's out of the league. He's at the conference.
Yeah,
it's
it just makes that division so much easier. I mean, having to deal with the Cowboys and now the Commanders, and obviously the Eagles. It just kind of takes one less, you can kind of breathe a little easier knowing that, oh, great, we got to see the Micah Parsons on defense for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I think the Cowboys are still going to end up being better than the Giants. right now anyway. That division is very tough on paper right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But the Giants look stellar.
But you guys are still like young and upcoming, so it doesn't even really matter. You know, like give it like another year or two, especially with who's that stud QB? I keep on forgetting. Jackson Dart. Yeah.
But Abdul Carter, I'm excited.
Abdul Carter's
for.
a freak, dude. He's gonna be sick for you guys.
Neighbors.
Yeah.
Like we have some young talent, and hopefully, you know, front load Russell Wilson the beginning of the year, kind of like have him get you in a rhythm. Throw, you know, if you're doing well, you throw in Dart like, you know, a couple of possessions a game to start getting him that, and then, you know, if you're doing really well come midseason, keep that going. Yeah. If you're not, but just like don't put Dart in like day one. Like he's Russell Wilson, I'm sure he'll do at worst average for
They're
you.
saying if they're 0-2 and by the third game of the season, Monday night game against the Chiefs, then you put Dart in.
I wouldn't even do that. I wouldn't even do that.
I think that's...
Let him sit.
Yeah, I think that's...
well, I think Dayball, and who's the GM?
Shane.
Shane,
yeah.
Like... You have the worry of them utilizing Dart to kind of like sit, because like if they have another bad year, regardless of who they drafted, Dayball is probably gone. If they have another shit year, So you worry about them rushing him to the front at the first sign of trouble to kind of like save their own ass, because who's going to be like, hey, no, listen, this is a development year for him, and I want to. It's like, no, you look out for your own job. That's what anyone would do. So like, there's that worry. That, you know, 2 games in, they're 0-2. Russell Wilson's thrown a couple of interceptions. They're like, oh, we'll put the new kid in. At least it'll like boost ticket sales and like people will get excited or whatever.
Do you think he's really done if they don't do well this year?
I think they got to win at least 6 games.
Yeah. Okay.
For him to keep his job.
Okay.
If they end up being 3-14 again, I do think he is done. But with the Giants, before the draft, before the free agency, they had the toughest schedule out. They said it's one of the toughest schedules in the NFL this year. So you're already setting a team that's not good. You're setting them up, I don't want to say for failure, but you're not giving them a break.
But you're almost guaranteed 4 losses just in your division. Like, most likely, Commanders are going to beat them twice. Eagles are going to beat them. Like, likely.
They might split a game. I can't remember the last time the Giants beat Dallas. So, yeah, like, but you just said, like, at best, you're going to have 4 losses against the Eagles and the Commanders, and then you could split against the Cowboys. So you're going to be 1-5 in the division, but then your first home game is against the Chiefs Monday night.
They could, and this is not just to be antagonistic to Derek, they could take 2 against the Cowboys if they beat them in the first half of the season on like the way the Giants win, like kind of a fluky win. But then if they carry any momentum through the rest of the season and actually they start meshing and like Carter starts really picking up and Russell Wilson is like old Russell Wilson. Not like he was still good with Denver, by the way. He was not a bad quarterback.
Yeah. No, he was good.
So if he provides some stability, you know, now Neighbors has someone who can actually throw to him. So if they actually start gaining some momentum, I can see them also taking the Cowboys again later on.
Yeah.
But I think that if they're the Giants of last year, at best, you're winning 1 against the Cowboys because the Cowboys will just find a way to kind of do that to you. Like, they'll find a way to just kind of lose 1. And then Eagles, probably no way. Unless it's like a late season game, they're already in the playoffs and they take their starters out.
Yeah.
And then Commanders, you don't know. It's Jaden Daniels' second year. So we have to see, you know, you got to see what he's
the real deal.
I know he's a real deal. But, you know, well, look at who's the guy from Jacksonville?
Trevor Lawrence.
Carolina.
Bryce Young.
Is it Bryce Young? Who am I thinking of?
I don't know who you're thinking of, man.
That had Stephon Diggs went there last year and was terrible.
C.J. Stroud.
Texans. Awesome first year. Was the real deal. Average second year. Wasn't terrible, but it was nowhere near. Now I realize that like almost all of his wide receivers got injured.
Yeah.
But, you know, there's that thing of he's not a mature enough quarterback to like, hey, if some of your weapons get hurt, what can you do? Patrick Mahomes has found a way when he doesn't have insane weapons to like figure out kind of a way to win, you know, to move it along. And Stroud couldn't last year, really.
The only thing that keeps me hopeful as a Giants fan is the little drama that the Commanders have had with Brian Robinson and Terry McLaurin.
But what happened there, dude?
Yeah, I didn't see this.
I think Terry McLaurin, they signed him, but he was holding out for a while. And I think Brian Robinson is either No, yeah, Brian Robinson was holding out. I think he's on the 49ers now. But there was that little like mini camp drama, like holding out for more money. You know, as a Giants fan, you're like, hopefully that just kind of messes up their chemistry a bit, because Giants didn't have any of that this season for the first time in forever going into the off season or being in the off season. But I don't know. I think the Commanders are the real deal. I mean, they're just last year. You could say they shocked everyone, but Jaden Daniels played lights out. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know. How do you think the Cowboys are going to do this year? In all honesty, do you think like all this is just going to be a big distraction? You know, there's just so many questions when it comes to the Cowboys. And I say that because the Giants were like that for years with Saquon, with Beckham Jr. Like, there was always just like non-football drama or like non-on-the-field drama surrounding the offseason.
I don't think it's going to be... I said this 2 years ago, too, and then like they end up going to the playoffs, I think. I forgot. But like... I don't know. I just don't see it going well, because especially with the whole like Micah Parsons thing going on, like that's a huge hit to the team. I think our left tackle Tyler Goyton, like he is a little questionable. Like I don't know how he's going to be, and especially with our blind side, like I don't know how our O-line's going to be. Although I do like the kid they just picked up in the draft this year. I think not Tyler Smith. It's another Tyler Booker. He's going to be a stud. So I think our O-line's looking a little bit better, except for the left tackle. We'll see what happens running back. And then our defense is a little questionable now with our linebacking core. You know,
is Trayvon Diggs still out?
He's going to be back.
He had a season-ending injury.
Yeah, he had ACL. Yeah. But then we also just signed Bland. So we'll see. I mean, I don't know.
And like Dak is going to be reliable. Like he's gonna mostly get it done like kind of when you need him to.
For me, I'm most excited about George Pickens, because like he looked really good in camp in the preseason. I think if he can connect with Dak, like get something going there, like between him and CD, like it's gonna be fucking
Didn't he have
awesome.
a lot of problems in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, sure did. That was a big problem.
But also, what's his name? Russell Wilson was there, and that's.
They didn't
I don't
like
think
each
he really
other.
had a problem. You know,
Him and Dak seem cool.
and I think with Pittsburgh last year, it seemed like everything was good when Justin Fields was playing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They were 4-2. They you didn't hear a peep from like George Pickens, but then when Russell Wilson came back, everyone was kind of like, they were winning games, but they were just kind of like they're just not on the same page. So you'll see how they go.
Like the only reason, like Russell Wilson is a very, very good quarterback. He's most likely a Hall of Famer, I would say, right, from his numbers. He never had really like a terrible year where he got blasted, but I think that when he was with Seattle, they won because of Pete Carroll and like, you know, they had their insane defense.
He was awesome though.
And
like
he was
awesome.
But he doesn't bring like leadership energy to any team that he's on. Even when he was on the Broncos, when he was on Pittsburgh, he's just always kind of there.
I think he was made of a meme or a joke, you know, with the Broncos Country Let's Ride, and I do think
the Subway commercial.
Subway commercial, that was rough. I do think, you know, his situation in Seattle is comparable to like an Eli Manning of the early 2000 Giants, where their defense was stellar and was elite. And then on the offensive side, you had a really good running back. You know, you had Marshawn Lynch, Eli had Tiki, had Brandon Jacobs, but Russell Wilson was a little bit more athletic than Eli.
I would go out on a limb and say that he's probably he definitely has better numbers than Eli does.
Hall of Fame quarterback. That's an interesting point you bring up, because I thought Eli was a shoo-in, but Eli's probably not going to get into the Hall of Fame now.
I think the only reason I think it's
ballot, but he might not even get in now.
I think it's snob, dude. MVP for any sports league should not be chosen by the journalists, because they are snobs and they don't realize that some people should be in the Hall of Fame. Like, dude, there's plenty of people in the Baseball Hall of Fame who hit like 320 their entire career and no one knows who they are.
Yeah.
And then there's guys who batted like 295 and everyone knows their name and they were like exciting players and had great moments. But their number, like they're numbers nerds.
Yeah.
You know, like the same, the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame with, honestly, at this point with like Clemens and those guys like not getting in, it's like just stop being the keepers of this thing where like these guys deserve to be in there. And Eli is the exact same way. And I think that most people who are not either Cowboys, Eagles fans or Patriots fans, I say like your generic rest of the NFL fan base would be like, yeah, Eli. I mean, let's look at what he did. Two Super Bowls, 2 Super Bowl MVPs, like what, 4th or 5th most touchdowns in history. Like he didn't have a, Joe Namath is in the fucking Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I was about to literally about to mention
terrible.
Namath. It's crazy.
He was a terrible quarterback.
Yeah, well, he was the only one to bring the championship to the Jets, and he's got swag and he's cool. But I mean, I don't know. Like Eli, everyone says like in the playoffs,
Eli's swag
he was
better.
cold-blooded.
Yeah,
And
dude.
he was.
He's
a bastard.
Were there any surprises in this offseason? I followed it a little bit here and there, but any like surprises that you guys didn't see coming, like in terms of signings or departures, anything like that?
The Micah Parsons one was. I would. I mean, he must have a lot of problems going on because listen, I know Jerry Jones nobody likes him, but knowing that the PR storm you were going to get from not signing him again, like I would think at least that, like, hey, just to not deal with this PR nightmare and having everyone do all this stuff is worth the extra however many million that he wants. So he must have had serious trouble, or Jones is such an idiot that he just like didn't like him personally.
It was the whole storyline was just so weird because it seemed like Micah wanted to get a deal done sooner than later, which would have been best for the Cowboys because they probably would have ended up saving money signing him earlier than waiting later. So then they offered him a shit ton of money, but then the team could adjust it, apparently. And like the agent didn't like that, so he declined that. Like they didn't want to get the agent involved in the contract, which I thought was like really weird. So they're trying to do like all this like shady stuff behind the scenes. And then like Jerry Jones is talking shit about him, which is like insane. Like you don't talk shit about your star player, your generational player. And then after that, Micah was just like done with the entire thing.
Week 4, they play against each other.
Yeah,
Dude,
are they in Dallas or are they in Green Bay?
Man, I have no idea.
I think they're in Dallas.
He's gonna get.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I hate everybody.
Dak's gonna get lit up that game, dude.
Nah, he's gonna be good, bro. Yeah, actually, we're home too. Ooh, that's gonna be rough.
Any other not really in like the recent off season. I mean, I watched a little bit of the draft. I thought the Giants had a really good draft.
Do we care about Aaron Rodgers going to Pittsburgh or not?
No,
really?
He seems like cooked.
Yeah,
like he's.
But again, this is
what? He looks like shit.
Yeah,
this is the problem. Like I said, when you're like just looking at the numbers, which is like how people like elect people to the Hall of Fame. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is definitely a Hall of Famer regardless. But if you look at his numbers with the Jets last year, like there was worse quarterbacks in the NFL, like by a lot. But when you're on a team like that, that's like kind of already disheveled, you kind of need someone to like grab it by its haunches, like where I'm going to lead you to the promised land. I think you have that in like a Jackson Dart. Honestly, I think Justin Fields has kind of been doing that with the Jets during this offseason and into the preseason. Yeah. He's like, because this is like a big opportunity for him too. Aaron Rodgers is like didn't do that. Like I don't think he was really like a team lead. Like we all thought he was going to be like in the preseason. We were seeing him talking to a lot to who's the wide receiver? I have him Garrett Wilson.
Yeah.
And they had like a secret handshake. And it's like, oh, cool. He's like meshing with the team. But then he showed up and he just like was fine. But his numbers were not terrible. And that's why I think he's a perfect fit for Pittsburgh. Because Pittsburgh is just going to be not terrible.
Yeah, Pittsburgh I feel like for years, obviously, Big Ben, he got things done. They did have Antonio Brown. They had some really awesome offensive weapons. But for the past few years, they've always just found a way to win.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all that matters. If they win a game 10-6, like it's still a W, And
you're not going to fire a guy who's gotten you into the playoffs literally like every single season he's been the head coach.
Yeah,
like
he's amazing. He's such a good coach.
No, I mean, going piggybacking off what you said, I went to a few Jets games last year, and you could just see like the demeanor that Aaron Rodgers had. Like he would, he gets sacked, or he would not like be rushing to get the playoff, and he'll like throw the ball down in anger or disgust. It didn't seem, I guess, like a leadership to me, like a leader to me. He did that stuff in Green Bay, but they were also winning. Like he was looking better. The Jets they're just not winning.
Well, he can do that in Green Bay because he was lighting it up and he was
they were a unit. Don't forget, the Jets are still a very young team. Like there was like the star players on that were not like 6 and 7 year like vets. They were like when he first came, I think his first year was like Garrett Wilson's rookie year, and who's the
Sauce Gardner.
Sauce Gardner, and a lot of your star guys were kind of like super young, so they kind of needed if you go to a team, like if you went to a team that like just lost their quarterback, but everyone else has been around 5 or 6 years, they don't need that as much. Like, no, we honestly just need like a filler guy. We just need a guy who's like not gonna get
the Jets will be
interceptions.
Yeah, the Jets will be interesting to watch because are they really that bad on paper? Justin Fields and Garrett Wilson went to college together, so they have that chemistry. But how good are they going to be? What expectations do you have? Because I think a lot of people had expectations of, all right, Aaron Rodgers is our quarterback. He's healthy now. We're going to win games, and they just ended up losing. Man, I want to say 5 to 6 games at least in like the last minute of games.
Yes, they did.
So I just don't know, but you hope that Aaron Glenn builds a better culture. I did kind of forget Robert Saleh got shit canned after 4 games last year.
Did he go back to San Francisco?
No, I don't know where he is at now actually, but he was going to Green Bay's practices last year, like being a consultant, because him and Matt LaFleur are really good friends. Because they, I think, came from the Shanahan coaching tree, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't know if Robert Saleh is anywhere right now.
I don't think so. I don't see anything. No, he's unemployed.
The 49ers are another interesting one for this year, where
they paid Purdy. Yep.
They paid Purdy, and I feel like last year everyone was like, "Well, this is the year you got to do it because all your guys are old." Well, now like those guys are all a year older.
Yeah.
So he is the defensive coordinator for the 49ers.
Is he?
He's back as
he's
defensive
back.
coordinator.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought that's where he would go because I know him and Shanahan are also really close.
Yeah.
And listen, sometimes you could be the best at what you do, and then when they elevate you to head coach, it just and let's face it, I know it wasn't all on him. I know Roger, because I think even Rodgers came out and said like I did not know that he was being let go. Like I was not happy about this. So it was definitely like a Woody Johnson thing.
Yeah.
But he had plenty of years there. That 4 or 5 years, and you're not even breaking even. Like you got to go.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy. Like the way the college football is now. You had a few coordinators on Saturday, that were former NFL coordinators. Matt Patricia for those Belichick Patriots teams. He's the defensive coordinator for Ohio State.
Oh, really?
Probably getting paid just as much.
Yeah. And then you have Bill Belichick, obviously North Carolina, with his son, who was his assistant coach and all that. So you're getting, these college programs are allowing, I guess NFL coordinators and coaches to come down. You want to say a level down, but I mean, with the money that's going around college football now, which is crazy.
So you might know this question because I don't really follow a lot of college football. What's going on with the QB? He was from Georgia last year, but now he's at the Miami. He's at Miami QB now.
Carson Beck, yeah.
Yeah, what's his deal? Like, why'd he move?
Transfer portal, just.
Why though? Just more money?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's crazy. That's terrible.
They need to fix this next year.
They need a cap.
He's had an insane past few months. I'm pretty sure he sat out the bowl game for Georgia, or he was hurt. I forgot which one because I did see a brace on his arm, so I think he was hurt. I remember last winter or last November, everyone was comparing Shador, Beck, I didn't even hear about Dart last year. I really didn't. I didn't know who really Jackson Dart was, the quarterback for Ohio State. Will Howard. I saw him on the Gruden camp or whatever. He was awesome.
That was amazing, by the way.
Yeah, those are all awesome.
John Gruden is. I prefer him so much to what he's doing now.
Oh, he's great.
I honestly don't even want him to get back in the NFL. Dude, stay with just doing this. This is awesome.
Apparently, he wants to coach in college, which would be perfect for him. It would be awesome.
They got to send him somewhere crazy like Miami. He has to go to a crazy, a crazy.
It has to be
school.
A southern school.
It's got to be. It's got to be in the South. It's got to be either in Florida or somewhere in the SEC.
Alabama's
a disaster too. It seems like
everyone is already calling for the head coach's job. I can see Gruden going to Alabama. That would be crazy.
That'd be sick.
But no, Carson Beck was in the running for he might be the first quarterback off the board in the 2025 draft. And then when you heard all these, I was like, where the hell is Carson Beck? He transferred to Miami. He was dating
one of the volleyball sisters,
basketball sisters.
Basketball sister does that.
He got his Lambo stolen. He also then got jumped.
He's a Lambo?
Yeah, dude.
Jesus Christ.
All these guys. Caleb Williams had a goddamn Corvette his senior year of USC. Like, it's what I'm saying. Like, why would you leave school early when you can stay in school for 5-6 years and make bank?
Mm-hmm.
Right? You're not going to make like, I don't know. Like, Shedeur Sanders isn't making that much money now. Like, I'm sure Carson Beck is making more than Shedeur Sanders is, and Shedeur's in the NFL.
Yeah.
Right? And like the whole dream is like, make it to the NFL, get paid,
That's
like
wild.
you're living your dream. Now it's college. Like, if I was Arch Manning, like, he's only played 16 games. They were this morning on the radio station. They were comparing him to like one guy I know, Trey Lance, who only played like 15 career games between high school and college.
And he was a number 1 draft pick. It's crazy.
And Arch Manning has only like 16 or 17 starts under his belt between like his junior year of high school and now.
Wow.
Something like and they're like, he needs to come back one other year. And I was watching a little bit of the Texas Ohio State game. Every other commercial, Arch was on it.
It's crazy.
So it's like, you're making bank. You're in the number 1 school in the country. Why would you want to go to the NFL and play for what? Who are you going to play for at this? You're going to come to the New York Jets and play? Like, I don't know.
Arch Manning is different because he has an NFL legacy that he needs to uphold. Like,
it's a lot of pressure.
It is, but it's so much pressure that it makes it that if he, let's say, he had a rough start, but let's say he finishes out the rest of this year like really good, he's going to be a top 5 quarterback pick, not a top 5 pick, but he's going to be a top 5 quarterback pick going into next year, or he can stay one more year.
He can realistically be top 5 though.
I think so.
Yeah,
he probably will be. Honestly.
But I do think that he's under the pressure to like go to the NFL, that if he doesn't, a lot of people are just going to call him, even though they shouldn't. A lot of people are going to call him out on it and be like, "Oh, well, you just want to stay in college? Like, you're not, your 2 uncles are 2 of the 10 most famous quarterbacks like of all time. Your grandfather, like,
really,
you know what I mean?" So
it would be a storybook. Like, it would be very storybook if he ended up getting drafted by like the Saints, because that's where his grandfather played. That's where they all grew up down there in Louisiana. New Orleans has no quarterback now since Derek Carr retired.
Yeah, that's a little shady situation too down there. Yeah,
but I do think that he needs to stay in college one more year. Everyone's basing it off of one game. It's like you're at the Horseshoe, right? Against the defending champs.
Holy crap!
There was so much pressure. It was like Lee Corso of College Game Day. Like, that was his last game. Like, it was noon. Like, it was the biggest game so far. And he's only played, like, I think he only they said he only had like 16 or 17 passing attempts last year.
It's crazy.
Right? Like,
it's a lot of pressure, man.
Yeah. So, like, what do you expect? And it's not like they lost like 38-7. It was 14-7. So it's just, you got to give him a little grace a little bit, because I think he's going to find it. And when he does, it's going to be scary. I think it's going to be scary.
I hope you're right. The tush push did not get banned. What are your thoughts on that?
Ban it.
No.
You
don't give a shit?
No, because this is, so you'll understand this, and not to diverge into another sport. This is the problem I have with F1, is the amount of stupid fucking rules that they implement to try to make it more even. It's like, no, just if someone developed a new strategy, then you just do it.
What are some new rules? Because I only watched the movie F1, and I feel like
there's so many
regulations,
like, for one example, because this annoyed me when I was watching the race this weekend. There's like something called DRS, where you can like hit a button and like your spoiler like goes, it creates less drag.
It's a drag reduction system.
Yeah, so you can go faster in a straight line, but you can only use that in a specific zone, and each track is different, and you can only do it if the car in front of you is 1 second or less in front of you.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know that part.
Yeah, so that's why if I'm 1.1 seconds behind a guy and we hit the DRS zone, I can't use it.
That's insane. I didn't know that.
It's so stupid. It's like, oh, I'm not allowed to have my car go the fastest. Like, what do you?
Yeah.
What am I supposed to be doing? Then if I'm behind a guy, how am I supposed to pass him if I can't make my car go faster? It's like, I hate that when they're like, oh, we're trying to make it more competitive. Like, we don't. Ultimately, sports fans, realistically, we don't want to see competitive. We want to see whoever our team is beat the shit out of everybody else.
Yeah.
Like, don't tell me it wouldn't be fun if Dallas went 16-0 and just creamed people this year. Like, you want to see that, or you want to see them go, 11-6 and like a lot of back? Like, no, I want to see them kick the crap out of
No,
everyone.
I mean, listen, when I'm watching a football game, like, I want to see, like, two teams be competitive, but it's like, you can't overcomplicate it, though. And that's the problem today. Like, you remember, like, they didn't know what a catch was for the longest time?
Yeah.
Des caught it. Okay?
Yeah.
You remember that shit?
Yes.
I do.
That changed everything.
That changed everything.
Yeah,
It
and
was
I don't
crazy.
Know,
That
I
was
just
a
don't
catch.
know why if everyone's so mad about the tush push.
You
It's
do
not
it.
rocket
Yeah,
science.
you do it then.
Like they did it last year when they had a new set, so it's not even like, oh, it's only these linemen can do it. It's like, no, you can do it.
Yeah.
You know, I think maybe that they're afraid of risking quarterbacks in the way, whereas Jalen Hurts is just like, I'm cool.
But because that's the moneymaker in the league.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But to ban it, I think is such a and I think the Giants voted to ban it. I think they were on that side. I think
Well, yeah.
I think the Jets didn't want to.
They fell short by 2 votes.
How many people? We'll tell you who voted for who.
I don't see that.
You definitely know Kansas City banned again, banned it. Like
I'm
voted to
sure.
ban
I'm sure
it.
everyone in the NFL East did. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
why wouldn't you?
So I'm dating myself here with this story or comment, but I remember one year watching USC versus Notre Dame. It's when Brady Quinn, Jeff Samardzija,
Yeah,
Reggie Bush,
yeah.
Matt Leinart, and USC was at Notre Dame. It was like a Saturday night game, and I think Matt Leinart was doing a QB sneak, and Reggie Bush was behind Matt Leinart and basically pushed him in behind him, and the whole controversy was, you can't do that. Leinart was down. He definitely wasn't. And I'm a Notre Dame fan, and I in those times I hated USC, right, because of the rivalry. Even then I was like, no, that's like
allowed,
he's on
yeah.
top of play. He's on the pile. He's trying to get up. Like his knee's not down. And I feel like that's kind of like they made such a fuss about something that small, where they do that now. Where like, I don't know, like it wasn't really a big deal, and that's kind of how I view the tush push. Like, it's not. I don't know what's illegal about it.
That's the thing. Is whoever voted to try to ban it, give me one guideline at all that this is even close to breaking. Show me one rule where this is actually like, oh, well, it goes against Section 8 of this thing. It's not even close to a rule.
Because what stops anyone, or like, it's not illegal to, like, let's say, you throw like a flat to like your running back, and then the running back's like going, and then maybe the tight end comes in and like tries to help him run, or like you push the pile along. You see
push
that
the pile.
in every game.
Yes, you do.
Every game, a form of that.
Theoretically, and let me know if this is silly. If you're at the line of scrimmage, and it's like you're on the 1 yard line, you're trying to get in the end zone, and the ball snaps, and like the lines clash, and then the running back comes. Can somebody like? This is going to sound stupid, but I'm just curious if this is like
I'm getting a
rule.
little nervous. I'm not going to lie.
Let's say I'm like a fullback and I'm back there, and we see the line is like crowded. Running back has the ball. Can I like throw him? Like, can I like push him, like launch him over the pile? Like, is that allowed?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, why not?
That's so, like if you could do that, then the tush push is like that's like a regular play.
Why can't the fullback just like go on his knees and then he jumps off the fullback?
I'm saying, I know this sounds ridiculous, but like there's nowhere in the rules that says you can't do that.
I hope someone from the NFL is listening to this.
Yeah.
Because you think you just broke the code.
Yeah.
This is it.
Like, dude, imagine just
Stop.
just have your just go. Dude, you get listen, you do a deep, so you get 2 fullbacks. The ball hikes, hand off to the running back, and then the 2 fullbacks put their hands out. He jumps up, and then you'll just launch him.
Yeah.
the
I
line of
love that, dude. Fuck yeah. Let's do it.
They would ban that so fast, but I would love to see that.
I'm a psychopath. I've been watching Lorenzo Neal clips, the fullback.
Oh, God.
Dude, he was like a fullback in the NFL for like over 10 years. He was just like a human meat shield. Just would block everybody.
I feel like that's a position that's gone.
Yeah.
Yes.
It sucks. It sucks.
Tight end has become like
Well, tight end is
like it's become the new position
Yes,
that's like
yes.
wasn't really one. Not that it wasn't really one, but like wasn't really a as major one before, and now I think it's becoming.
Oh, it's
I saw
huge.
in our fantasy draft, I saw a lot of tight ends being taken before quarterbacks, and it used to be flipped. I think before the Travis Kelce Gronk era, like tight end was like before your defense, you'd grab a tight end.
who's the psycho from Oakland that everyone loves?
Max Crosby?
Bauer.
Yes,
No, he's
Brock
the-
Bowers.
Crosby's the only one I know from
Max
Oakland.
Crosby's the
He's on
end.
defense.
Yeah, he's a
but he's the
stud
only
fake.
guy I know from Oakland, and they're not even Oakland anymore. They're Las Vegas.
Max Crosby's insane. He was doing like French inhales with a cigar one time.
Yeah, I
And
saw.
you're
I'm like, what is this guy doing? Like, are you crazy,
You're a
dude?
psychopath.
I would vomit
You're French
everywhere.
inhaling a cigar. Like, what are you doing? But no.
I remember that clip. That was awesome. I'm like, dude, what a psychopath.
Just sitting there smoking it like a blunt.
I want to get my stomach pumped after that, dude. That'd be toast.
But I kind of get what you're saying, Nick, in terms of the tight end. But, like, I don't know, growing up, like, I was very fortunate. We had Antonio Gates, Tony Gonzalez, even Todd Heap, but they were different.
Wow.
And who was the guy in the Giants?
Jeremy
Shockey. That's my guy.
Shockey would thrive in today's game. But everything with Greg Olsen, those tight ends had to, like, it was more split. Like, you have to know how to block for the run, and then you also have to be a receiver. Now, to me, it's kind of like
pass first,
it's like,
block second.
Like Travis Kelce, to me, I know he's a tight end, but he has the body of a wide receiver.
So does
he's also a really good route runner too.
Yes,
Kittle.
He finds
same with
Kittle, yes,
Kittle too.
100%.
You know, but like Antonio Gates, remember Algie Crumpler? He was like this big dude for Atlanta.
Dude, Algie Crumpler was awesome.
Were massive.
That's the name of a guy.
He was,
but
that
they were
he thrived with like
Gronk.
But that's also that's when people have the argument of, like, you know, Gronk versus Kelce. I'm like, realistically, you can't compare them because they're two just very different kinds of player positions.
Gronk was so fucking physical, man. Like he was a bastard, dude.
I do think
he did everything.
I think you got to give the edge to Gronk because he had a lot of the receptions and the touchdowns,
and
but was
injuries.
also was just blasting guys. You ever see Kelce really, like, even when he was younger, when he was playing the more traditional tight end role, it wasn't really his game. It was just like knocking guys the hell out.
My favorite clip of Gronk was when this one DB was like talking shit to him, and he just like kept blocking me, like pushed him to the sidelines, and was like just screaming in his face. I'm like, that sucks. Like, that sucks to be that guy.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
that's a shit day in the office.
Really quick before we get to some more picks, what did you think of Shiloh Sanders?
Man, the Sanders family's not really looking too good.
Yeah, huh? What happened?
They got too big. Like, when you listen, I get that Dion had the swagger and like, I'm too good for this, but then like he was from like a rough and tumble life, and then he came in and he earned it. You can't have your two super rich sons also like yeah, I'm the man. It's like, nah, but like we don't believe you as much now because you were literally born with a gold chain. Like you gotta. And listen, I think Shador is good. I don't believe all this conspiracy shit about him and the Browns. I'm like, guys, if he's the best player, they're gonna play him. Like it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
The Shiloh, like, he shouldn't have hit the guy. I don't know why the guy was blocking him like an asshole. Like, so that guy really should have gotten a flag before.
Yeah, because when we're watching football, Jess is always asking me, like, ridiculous questions. Like, why are they blocking like that? Like, why? Like, not like why are they blocking like that, but like, why are they being so aggressive in preseason? I was like, you got to think, after the first quarter, all those players are fighting for a position.
Right.
Yes.
You have 70 to 80 players fighting to be on a 53-man roster, right? Like, that's why I wasn't shocked when Tommy DeVito got cut, although his last game, he went like 15 for 16, 2 touchdown passes. Like, he looked good. He's going to have a spot as a backup in the NFL.
Is he Saints?
No, Patriots.
Fuck, it's right. It's awesome.
So when, like, Shiloh, like, and this is my mindset. I've never been close to a professional athlete at all. But your mindset is when you're trying to make a team, like, don't do stupid shit like that. Who cares if that guy is blocking you like that, right? Like, you know,
because the pendulum swings. Like, the minute you hit him, regardless of what he did might have been douchey, but it was still within the rules. And you would have had a leg up to be like, you know, I would have gone to the ref, see what this guy just did, and I would have shown everyone like what an asshole this guy is, blocking me like that in a preseason game when we're not even anywhere near close to play. He might have even gotten a flag.
Was he drafted, or was he an undrafted player who
was undrafted?
He was undrafted, got brought into minicamp. The last game of preseason, you pull a stunt like that, and then you get ejected. Like, right away, I was like, he's not on the team.
But can I also say something, though, too? It's like, I'm sure that guy knew the type of personality that he has, so he took advantage of that and was like, I'm going to be an asshole to this guy because I know I can get a rise out of him.
Yeah.
It worked.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
There's certain. Well, that's how, you know. I don't know if you guys remember how they kind of treated Johnny Manziel when he was in the NFL.
Oh,
you know, he
God.
dropped down to 22, but
when
they were doing that, like, I remember
when he got sacked and it went like over his dead body.
Terrell
Suggs
was like this after he sacked.
Yeah, but he was
like,
also like very high on cocaine.
No,
so
he
like,
was. No,
he should have gotten his beating.
And, you know, people don't like Shiloh not Shiloh, Shador, because of how cocky he is. You do have people like Manziel who were. You know,
he was a degenerate.
He was a degenerate. Jamarcus Russell was on the borderline of lazy. I wouldn't say
he was lazy.
I would say he's lazy.
I wouldn't say he's a degenerate. He was 100% lazy. There's that story from Mike McDonald where he's like, "Yeah, they told me to give a VHS of tape and come back and report on it, and the tape was blank, and Jamarcus came back and was like, oh yeah, like I watched it last night, like, so that's how you knew like he was just bullshitting, right? But yeah,
I think there's a fine line between confident in one's abilities, like that mindset you need to play in the NFL, and cocky. And young guys sometimes just have trouble really negotiating between the two. I think Shador's incredibly talented, and I think do I think he's going to be the next MVP? No, but I think he can have a successful NFL career. But I think he's more on the cocky side because, listen, he was playing at Jackson State, and then he was playing in Colorado, where he did well considering like the schedule of people they were facing, and the rest of his team was not, the defense and everything was terrible. But he's been told by his dad the entire time how good you are. Dion just had to be good. He didn't have that. He didn't have like.
He was also one of the freakiest athletes of all time. He was just.
And dude, you have to also understand you're never going to be your dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Like he was a generational kind of talent.
I heard on one of my favorite sports shows that, what probably birthed this Shador ego was the game against TCU in Colorado. Because they were talking about why is TCU in North Carolina, like why is that on the solo game on Monday night, Bill Belichick, but like why is it TCU? And everyone's like, do you forget 2 years ago TCU was in the national championship game against Michigan?
Wow.
Like they were around. So then the following year, Colorado plays them, goes into TCU, and beats them.
Yes.
And then that's when everyone was like, oh, Colorado's here, right? Travis Hunter, I never felt that like cockiness from him because he let the play on the field on both sides of the ball do the talking for him as to where Shador's like showing the watch, going to the center field, stomping on their
it's like you have that watch. Where did you get that watch? Your dad got it for you. Like you didn't earn that watch.
So a part of me is like, all right, Dion is kind of letting their sons be who they are. He probably likes that they have confidence. At the same time, is it hurting them? Because I'm sure when Shador gets in there, people are gonna be like, yo, like we're gonna none of this like showing the watch shit. Like we're gonna treat you like Johnny Manziel. We're gonna come in, we're gonna sack you, and then we're gonna talk
shit. Yeah.
Like that's why it's so.
One other topic. I'm not looking forward to any Chiefs games now, especially with the whole Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce
How did he
engagement.
not retire yet?
He's got to retire. I'm so over this.
Dude,
like that's honestly, I know like ratings are
as
going
much
to go
as
up.
as much as I hate the Eagles, like I was kind of glad that they lost. Like I didn't want them to because I really hate the Eagles and I hate Nick Sirianni. But I like and I really do like Patrick Mahomes, and I used to like Travis Kelce, but it's just like it's too like much. Announcing the engagement on the podcast. It's like it's so. Everything is like phony, not phony, but everything is like calculated and like marketing about it. Like, and I don't want that.
I hate it.
Yeah, no, this is the trend you see with dynasties or like, because they're a dynasty, right? They won 3 in the last 5 years. Yeah. People are starting to hate them now. And I think they're going to get that Patriots effect where I think at one point people didn't mind when the Patriots beat the Rams, they were like, oh my God, this quarterback who was in the 6th round, Drew Bledsoe got hurt. This kid Tom Brady brought us to this promised land. But as the Patriots kept winning more, everyone was like, God,
fuck the Patriots, fuck Tom Brady. Yeah.
For me in basketball, like I'm so happy to see the Warriors' downfall because they were just I'm just serious. Like I appreciate Steph Curry, but I'm so tired of seeing the same team. And I feel that way with the Chiefs. They're down 21-7. They find a way to come back and win and all this. And people people aren't a fan of Patrick Mahomes' wife. Now you add Taylor Swift into the mix and you see the NFL posting about their proposal. I'm like, NFL is going to eat this shit up.
They have to.
So like I think someone here in the office was like, the NFL posted 6 consecutive posts within like an hour about the first time Taylor Swift went to a football game and when she was cheering for him in the box. I was like, what is this about? And she is self-aware. In the podcast, she's like, I know a bunch of guys don't want to see me on here. And so she is self-aware, but it's also like I can't do another season of this. Like the Giants and Chiefs are going to play Monday night.
Yeah.
I would bet my life that she's going to be at that game. And when she's at that game, how many times are they going to show her? I know you went to a Jets-Chiefs game that she was at.
Yes.
You were in the same building as her?
Yeah.
And
I
Hugh
breathed her
Jackman.
same air.
And
It
Hugh
was
Jackman.
great.
No, you didn't. She was in a box.
So were you.
I was in a box.
Yeah. Were you?
Yes. Yes, I was.
This is 2 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I was a big deal.
Excuse
You
me.
want to talk about living?
Someone's doing real good.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Well, but you make a good point because
I'm not.
when that podcast first came out 2 years ago, I listened to it every week because that's when we first started doing this show. I was like really getting into football, and I'm like, oh, these guys are like giving me like some really good insight on things, and it was really cool to see. And now it's just like they have like fucking celebrities on. I'm like, dude, I don't need another like call her dad. Like I don't need another one. Like Amy Poehler's already doing one. I don't need another one of you getting like all the celebrities that you were fans of
it's
when
too
you guys
mainstream,
yeah,
dude.
it's like
It
it's
is
way
very
too mainstream.
mainstream.
It's not interesting because everyone that comes on there is going to say a calculated, pre-prepared thing. Like no one's gonna give any of themselves because they're the people you're having on there, and they're like,
That's I like the Kelsey brothers. I actually do like the Chiefs, but I just can't deal with like the whole Taylor Swift BS.
I think they're going to be more of an underdog this year than just because. I mean, listen, I don't know who they added in the offseason, but I know this sounds weird, but they kind of got into the Super Bowl like the nick of their teeth there. Got blasted. Everyone has made fun of them all year.
got destroyed.
I
Yeah.
didn't see them really doing any crazy moves. Kelsey is like they're going to have to. Obviously, you have to make him a starter, even though he had not a good year at all last year.
No.
And I guess they were maybe hoping he was going to retire, and then when he didn't, it's like, well, we have to start him. He's the Taylor Swift guy.
I know I shouldn't
you know.
base things on fantasy football.
He's still a stud,
He is.
He was
but
not great last
but he wasn't
year.
great last year. But he's still very good.
He is, but
He
he
is, but-
dropped so far in fantasy football.
Big time.
At least 2 years ago, he was like one of the top players you pick. I think he goes late second, early third round now.
I remember I had him in both leagues, like third or fourth. He dropped. But I remember a couple of years ago, he was like either like a first round draft pick or a like early second.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how the Chiefs do come out, and because what's his name is suspended. Is that
I was going
Rice?
to ask you,
Rashid Rice?
yeah.
He's suspended.
I would like to
There's-
see them go back to like the high flying circus when they had who was the
Hill?
guy?
Tyreek Hill.
No, but who was the offensive coordinator?
Oh, Eric Bieniemy.
Bieniemy.
Yeah.
I would like to see the stuff that kind of
Rashid
made
Rice.
the stuff that made
The Chiefs.
what's his Patrick Mahomes like kind of like a star. Maybe people
Yeah.
like him was like he was having these crazy years. I would like to get back to that. Last year, I don't know if he had a more than 300-yard game.
I don't know.
Like he used to have like the occasional like 450-yard game with like he didn't have that like the past 2 years. It's all just been like these kind of short little quick routes, like utilizing Kelsey, do this, minimize damage. And it's like, yeah, but
So
you were in two boring Super Bowls. One was boring that you won. One was boring you got destroyed. Like you're not an exciting team anymore. You're kind of just like almost like a money ball. You're like a by the book. Here's how we can win these games.
You heard why Rashid Rice's band got his suspension for 6 games. You know why, right? Did you hear that
Does
story?
it have to do something with speeding?
Yeah. So
Like
he was
106 miles an hour?
He was going, I think, like 118 in a
he killed
Lamborghini on
someone,
a Texas
right?
highway. No.
No, that was
He-
what's his name
Oh,
from
Henry Ruggs.
That was
Henry
Henry. Yeah.
Ruggs.
He crashed at somebody in a rented Lamborghini,
Oh,
and then he
yeah.
walked from the scene of the accident.
They're always rented.
But like, imagine that. Like, imagine walking away. Like the whole thing is just like the more you hear
they're
about
actually
it.
a really good car, but they're always rented.
But like, it's just crazy. Like,
Yeah.
how's that happen?
Dude, do you know how you make
but
this
six-
not a
only 6
controversy?
games?
You
6 games.
pay your fine for speeding, and like maybe you get your license suspended for it, but you wait there for the cops and like, yeah, man, I was, as long as he wasn't drunk or anything, yeah, man, listen, it was a Lamborghini, I was driving fast, I crashed,
I feel
here's
like-
my fine, take my license, I can afford someone to drive me around, and then your company, the team is like, all right, well, you did the right thing, so you're fine.
I feel like we've
But no,
talked about this at nauseum, especially with like Ruggs, where like
That was-
when you're famous and you're going to go out or something, like why don't you? I think you were very passionately talking about, Nick. You were saying, how do you not have a driver to like drive around? In this situation, it's a little different. If he's renting a Lamborghini and he wants to see the speed of it, fine. But like you're going to flee the scene of a crime.
But you're also, again, when you're that wealthy, you can afford to take your Lamborghini to a track and just go 200
That's
miles, like
true,
as
yeah.
much as you want. Like I can't go 200 miles an hour because I can't afford to rent a car and then
Yeah.
rent track time and do all. You can just do that. Dude, you can go. You can rent an F1 car if you want to just go fast.
Yeah.
There's no reason for you to be doing that on like a side street in wherever the hell he had his accident.
Also, he's expected to be released from prison August 5th, 2026. Henry Ruggs.
Already?
Yeah.
It was vehicular manslaughter. It wasn't like a murder charge.
So next summer.
He's going to be...
this time next year, he could be on an NFL team.
He will be on an NFL team. He will be on an NFL team.
Do you know who would have gotten him? Remember when I think we were in college. I don't even remember who was. It was definitely the Chad Ochocinco era. But like there was like 4 or 5 felons on the Bengals at like one time.
Yeah, dude.
It was crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Chris Henry, was it TJ Hushman's? No.
No, I don't think so. I think he's a good guy.
Yeah.
I gotta go Google, but there was 1 year where there was like 4 or 5 like ex-cons like on the Bengals.
I mean, Lamar
Pac-Man Jones.
Who's
Pac-Man. He got arrested a bunch, I think.
I mean, Ray Lewis killed a guy.
Yeah,
and no one talks about that.
He just came out with. He said something about somebody the other day. Like I saw it on Instagram. I don't know who it was. I'm gonna say Angel Reese, but it wasn't that. It was about some other celebrity kind of thing.
I can't take.
And he's
him
like,
seriously.
"Oh, you can't be a man of God and do that." And I'm like, "Dude, didn't you kill somebody?"
Yeah, I can't take him
and like
seriously.
not get in trouble for it.
I can't take him seriously.
But he definitely did do
Yeah,
it.
he killed somebody.
Okay.
Yeah, but he was also
Ray
insane
Lewis.
player. He's also like an insane.
I mean,
Like if there's
He was
a couple
95 on
guys,
Madden. Come on now.
yeah, I mean, like I would, Lawrence Taylor did a lot of shady shit too, but you give him a pass because he's Lawrence Taylor.
LT, baby.
Yeah. All right.
He loved cocaine.
We got 6 minutes. I want to introduce a new thing. I'm going to go through the week 1 schedule, and you each just pick the team you think is going to win.
Okay, go.
All right.
Go.
Cowboys, Eagles,
Eagles.
Cowboys.
Chiefs, Chargers,
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Dolphins, Colts.
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 Oh, I actually think the Dolphins on that one. Steelers, Jets,
Steelers.
Jets.
Panthers, Jaguars. Oh, it's
Ugh.
we all just
Jaguars.
Yeah, Jaguars.
all right. Cardinals, Saints,
Cardinals.
Cardinals.
Giants, Commanders,
Commanders.
Bucks, Falcons.
Bucks.
Falcons. No, Bucks.
Bengals, Browns.
Bengals.
Bengals.
It sounds like a guy's name. Bengals, Browns.
Bengals. Brown.
Raiders, Patriots.
Patriots.
Raiders. Yeah.
49ers, Seahawks.
49ers.
49ers.
Titans, Broncos.
Broncos.
Lions, Packers.
Ooh, Lions.
You just hate
Who are
the
they?
Packers now.
I hate them. I hate them.
I'm gonna go Packers.
Texans, Rams.
Rams.
Texans.
Now this is. I think this might be the game of the first week. Ravens, Bills.
Ooh.
Wait, that's week 1
Dang,
September
Daddy.
7th. Yeah.
Dude, what?
in Buffalo. Yeah, in Buffalo. Oh,
Yeah,
Ravens,
it's
Bills.
the 8:00 game.
I'm gonna go Bills.
Ooh,
That's by a hair, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Bills too, but that's awesome. Fuck.
And then finally, Vikings, Bears.
The
Bears.
Bears.
I don't.
The
Yeah,
Bears.
I'm giving him. This is his year.
the Vikings
What's
have
his
JJ
name?
Let's do the Bears.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do
JJ
the Bears.
McCarthy's coming back. Like, I don't know.
Oh, it's
you know?
tough.
He
Yeah.
is on my bench, JJ McCarthy.
Yeah, but Bears.
Do you,
Yeah, I'm
you look
going
good in the
Bears, too.
offseason, JJ? You look
I
good?
don't even pay attention. He's just on my bench.
I saw him lining up a little bit. Okay.
I mean, and you have Justin Jefferson, so it's like
I have two
But the
honky
Bears.
quarterbacks. I don't have any. I got two honky. I got JJ McCarthy and Bo Nix. It's two honkies.
Bo's a stud. Bo's a stud.
He is. He'll be all right. All right. Good first. Well, we had a lot of information out there.
we'll be
But,
doing this once a month.
Yes. Yeah. So, everyone, thank you very much for watching. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. And have you instituted a catchphrase yet?
I haven't. I need
one.
to. It needs to come to me. I feel like Keep It Lit just came to you.
Yeah.
So it needs to come to me. at
we'll
one
figure
point.
it out.
We will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not really.
It's usually
just
like, Tyler,
us
you-
figuring it out is not
my-
it coming down.
Yeah. I don't know.
My catchphrase is usually, Tyler, are you paying attention?
There you go.
No.
That could be something. It's kind of like how Mark Norman, when he gets off stage every night, is thanks very much. I'm Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
He's been doing it for like 20 years.
That's awesome.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. And as always, keep it lit.